She ran, barefoot, shaking, clutching her little backpack like it was the only safe thing left in the world. The street was dark, dead silent, and every shadow looked like it wanted to grab her. When she reached the gas station, she stopped, breath fluttering, eyes red from crying. 3 bikers were parked outside, big jackets, loud engines, faces tough and unreadable. She froze, ready to turn back. But one of them noticed her. "Hey, kid, you all right?" She didn't speak. She just pointed down the road with a trembling finger. "A man, he keeps following me," she whispered. The bikers looked at each other, faces hardening. The tallest one knelt so his eyes were level with hers. "Do you want us to walk you home?" She nodded quickly. He rose slowly, cracked his knuckles, then said a line that made every biker on that lot straighten up. "Nobody scares a child on our watch." One rider tapped his radio twice. 2 taps. Within seconds, engines rumbled in the distance, then more, then more. The ground actually vibrated as headlight after headlight appeared from every direction. The little girl gasped as bikes filled the street, dozens of them, forming a wall of chrome and thunder around her. The man who had followed her peeked from the alley, saw the rising army of riders, and vanished like smoke. The lead biker looked down at her and said softly, "Let's get you home, sweetheart, you're safe now." She didn't know it yet. But over 250 riders were about to shut down an entire town's streets to protect one scared 9-year-old. The moment the riders started their engines, the entire street lit up like a moving shield of roaring headlights. The little girl stepped into the center of them, her tiny hands gripping the straps of her backpack while every biker formed a massive circle around her, tight, unbreakable, protective. One of the riders spoke into his radio. "Route sealed. No cars move until she's home." Within minutes, more bikers rolled in from every direction, men, women, old veterans, young riders. They closed off intersections, stopped traffic, and blocked every side street like a living wall. Drivers leaned out of windows, confused. "What's going on?" A biker answered calmly. "Kid needs to get home safe. That's all you need to know." No one argued. The girl walked slowly, still scared, still glancing over her shoulder, until the biker beside her gently tapped his helmet and said, "If anyone even looks at you wrong tonight, we'll see it before they do." She stared at the endless rows of riders ahead of her, bar lights flashing, vests glowing, jackets patched with skulls and flags, and for the first time that night, she breathed. As they moved forward, shop owners stepped outside, shocked. People filmed from sidewalks. Some even clapped, others held their hearts. The sight of hundreds of bikers escorting a tiny girl made the entire town fall silent. Halfway home, the lead rider suddenly stopped. He tilted his head. His eyes narrowed. A dark figure stood at the end of the street, the same man the girl had described. He froze when he saw the convoy. Then he tried to slip away. But a biker behind him revved loud enough to shake the windows. Another stepped off his bike. Another blocked the alley. The leader whispered, "He picked the wrong kid." The girl tightened her grip on the biker's sleeve. He gently stepped in front of her. And the entire formation shifted, ready to close in on the man who tried to scare a child. The man tried to pretend he wasn't the one. He kept his head down, hands in his pockets, walking fast like he could melt into the darkness. But the bikers weren't guessing. One look at the little girl's face told them everything. Her breath hitched. Her fingers curled tighter around the biker's vest. "That's him," she whispered. That was enough. 3 riders stepped forward silently, spreading out like they had done this 100 times. Their boots hit the pavement in slow, heavy thuds that echoed through the whole street. The man stopped walking, then turned, then lied. I wasn't following anyone. I'm just passing through. The tallest biker leaned in, voice low but sharp. Then why were you behind her for 6 blocks? The man swallowed hard. His eyes flicked left, toward the alley. A possible escape. Another biker moved instantly, blocking it with his bike. The lead rider spoke into his radio. Lock the grid. No exits. Within seconds, engines roared as riders closed in from both ends of the street until the man was trapped in a cage of chrome and thunder. The little girl peeked from behind the biker's arm, her eyes wide, her fear turning into something else. Safety. Protection. Power. The man lifted his hands. Look, I didn't touch her. You can't hold me like this. The lead rider stepped forward, his shadow swallowing the man. We're not touching you. He pointed behind him. Blue lights flashed in the distance. Police cars. But they will. The man's face went white. The riders slowly opened a small path, just enough for the police cruiser to roll through. Officers got out, glanced at the massive biker formation, then at the terrified little girl gripping the biker's hand. One officer crouched down to her level. Sweetheart, is this the man who scared you? She nodded. The man tried one last bluff. This is ridiculous. She's lying. They're all lying. But the girl whispered. He waited at the corner, he smiled. That was it. The officers turned him around, cuffed him, and pushed him into the cruiser while the bikers stood silent, like guardians carved from metal. When the door slammed shut, the girl finally exhaled. The leader looked at her softly. Ready to go home now? She nodded. And the entire army of riders prepared to move again, this time not to confront danger, but to bring one brave little girl safely to her front door.